We're now 3 weeks into Johnny Depp's defamation trial against his former partner Amber Heard. Depp has sued Amber for $50 million over an article she wrote in which she claimed to be a victim of domestic abuse. The Aquaman actress is countersuing for $100 million. Jurors in Fairfax, Virginia have looked on as the opposing sides, aided by an array of witnesses, including police, psychologists, and Depp himself, have painted two dramatically different pictures of the couple's 4 years together. So far, Amber appears to be losing the case. So do you think Amber was the one who abused her ex-husband, and will justice be served? Here are 7 facts that guarantees Amber's loss in court. Number 1. Depp proving Amber cut his finger. During his testimony, Depp alleged that during a violent argument in Australia in 2015, Amber threw 2 vodka bottles at him, and when one exploded, it sliced his finger to the point where the bone was exposed. He claimed it resulted in the tip of his middle finger being cut off. After being cut, the Pirates of the Caribbean lead cast said that he wrote on the walls with his blood and then dipped his finger in paint to keep writing. He said, "The blood had dried, as it were, and so I stuck my finger into a can of paint and also mineral spirits to put my verbal messages onto the wall." The actor said he wrote reminders on a mirror after Amber filmed a movie with actor Billy Bob Thornton. Photos of the mirror showed the words Billy Bob and Easy Amber. He was also asked during his testimony if he drew a penis on a painting. "I don't know about that. I don't remember drawing a penis on a painting," he said. When asked if he forgot, given the state he was in, Depp said, "Drawing a penis was not the first thing on my mind. I had messages, reminders." He also wrote on a lampshade, a photo of which was shown during the trial. "On this lampshade, which appears to be sitting on the ground, you write, in some mixture of blood or paint, 'Good luck and be careful at the top.'" The evidence proved without a doubt that Amber inflicted the injury to the actor. Number 2. Depp shows an image of a face bruise he received from Amber. Johnny Depp was left with bruises on his face after a violent altercation with his ex-wife Amber Heard. The estate manager for his private island in the Bahamas confirmed to the judges. Tara Roberts, who has managed Depp's private island since 2008, told a courtroom that she overheard a 2015 argument in which Amber told Depp he was a washed-up actor, that he was going to die a fat, lonely old man. Roberts said that she heard Depp exclaim, "You hit me with a can," before bursting out of the property he and Amber were staying in, pursued by the actress with a bottle in her hand. She said Amber came up to him and was asking him to come back into the house. He eventually proceeded to walk away, and Amber started to grab at him at his shirt, trying to pull him back at the house, viciously trying to pull him back and yelling at him. "At that point, I was between them and felt it was best that I remove him from the situation." Roberts said Depp was left with a mark on the bridge of his nose, adding, "I got a bag of ice to put on it so that it wouldn't swell, just to make sure it wasn't bleeding." Number 3. Depp proving Amber left fecal matter in their bed. Amber Heard took responsibility for the poop in her shared bed with Johnny Depp the night after an explosive fight. One of Depp's security guards testified in court, adding that she called it a horrible practical joke. Starling Jenkins, a member of Depp's security team, testified about the feces during the trial between the two conflicting stars. Jenkins testified about the time surrounding Amber's 30th birthday dinner on April 21, 2016. Depp testified earlier in the trial that he was late to the party in the couple's shared Los Angeles penthouse apartment because he was having an in-depth conversation with his business manager about the unexpectedly disastrous state of his finances. He alleged that after the dinner, Amber berated and hit him. Depp left his ex-wife in the apartment while he went to his house in the Hollywood Hills. The next morning, after Amber left on a scheduled trip to Coachella, a housekeeper found fecal matter on Depp's side of the couple's shared bed. That is another clear case of abuse. Number 4. Depp proves Amber destroyed his career. As Depp's lawsuit focuses on the damage that has been done to his once lucrative career, some conversation was focused on Pirates of the Caribbean, the popular franchise that Depp led for 5 films over 15 years. Rottenborn, Amber's lawyer, argued that Depp was aware he was likely out of the 6th film, or that Disney would drop or shrink his role in it prior to the publication of Amber's op-ed. Depp denied this. "I would be a real simpleton to not think that there was an effect on my career based on Ms. Heard's words, whether they mention my name or not," the actor said on the stand. Depp sheepishly admitted in his testimony that he had not seen the first film in the Pirates franchise. He said, however, "I believed in the character wholeheartedly." However, when asked by Rottenborn if Disney came to you with $300 million and a million alpacas, nothing on this earth would get you to go back and work with Disney on a Pirates of the Caribbean film, correct? "That is true, Mr. Rottenborn," Depp replied. Depp added on his career, "One day you're Cinderella, so to speak, and then in 0.6 seconds you're Quasimodo. I didn't deserve that, and nor did my children, nor did the people who had believed in me all these years." Number 5, Depp proves Amber suffers from borderline personality disorder. An expert in intimate partner violence called to give evidence and testified that Amber's evaluation revealed 2 psychiatric diagnoses: borderline personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder. Depp's witness, Shannon Curry, said that the diagnosis came from an examination of Heard's previous psychological assessments, coupled with a direct examination on 2 occasions and participation in a Minnesota multiphasic personality inventory test. Curry proved that Amber, 36, displayed a reactive and overly dramatic presentation and used words like magical and wonderful to describe events. The Aquaman actress, she said, flitted between princess and victim. "As sophisticated, cute, and girlish as people may persist," Curry said, "they may in reality be very destructive, dramatic, erratic, and unpredictable. They are also possessed by an underlying drive to not be abandoned, but also to be the center of attention." Curry said borderline personality disorder represented an unstable personality, alert to rejection with little access to self-regulation, and marked by a lot of anger, cruelty toward people less powerful, concerned with image, attention-seeking, and prone to externalizing blame, a lot of suppressed anger that may explode outwards. "Anyone attempting an intimate relationship with such a personality," Curry said, "would likely go from idolized to dumpster. It was typical borderline personalities," she added, "to be assaultive as partners. They'll make threats using the legal system, threaten to file for restraining order, and claim abuse." Number 6, Amber's witnesses pulling out. Sources have said that Elon Musk and James Franco will not testify at Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's bombshell defamation trial. The 2 A-listers were named by Amber's legal team on its list of potential witnesses, and both were to appear via video link. They have since pulled out, thus weakening the case in favor of Johnny Depp. Amber began dating the Tesla founder around the time of her split with Depp in May of 2016, and by August the following year, they had broken up. Meanwhile, Franco was a close confidant of the actress, whom Depp suspected she was having an affair with. But sources now report that neither Musk nor Franco will take the stand as Amber's legal team begins their defense in the 4th week of the hearing. No reason was given for their absence. Probably they say it is a losing battle. And to boost their exit under Virginia law, non-residents of the state cannot be forced to attend proceedings at the Fairfax County Circuit Court, either in person or via video link. If a witness decides not to participate, lawyers can instead draw upon their deposition as evidence if one had been given. Number 7, Amber faking evidence. And finally, but most implicating, Amber will lose the case because of deceit. Police officers who responded to a domestic violence call at the penthouse of the actors say they saw no marks on Amber's face after a 2016 fight between the couple, in which the actress says she was assaulted. Jurors at Depp's libel trial against his ex-wife watched recorded depositions from officers who say they saw Amber crying but no visible signs of injury. The incident occurred 6 days before the paranoia actress was at a Los Angeles courthouse to apply for a temporary restraining order with a clear mark visible on her face that she said Depp inflicted during a fight. Los Angeles police officer Tyler Haddon, one of the officers who responded to the couple's penthouse apartment on May 21, 2016, said Amber refused to talk to them and had no signs of an injury, although he acknowledged she'd been crying and was red-faced. "Just because I see a female with pink cheeks and pink eyes doesn't mean something happened," he said in a recorded deposition played for Jurors. Depp had already left the penthouse by the time officers arrived. The law enforcers said they had no idea who Amber Heard was or that she was married to Depp. He said neither Amber nor anyone at the penthouse complex was willing to tell him or the other officers who the actress's husband was. Ultimately, the judges will likely prove that Amber forged the marks visible on her face when she reported the abuse. Even though the case is still ongoing, it's clear who stands to win win it, and so far, Depp has the advantage by a mile. In our upcoming videos, we'll keep tabs on the development of the case, so be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss them.